Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here we will present the result of our discussion about pest management in technical culture. And previously, we will introduce our group. Our member is Dewi Zunita, Umun Zakiyah, Mufti Ahmad Toha, Desi Nur Yulianti, Zalfa Nahdala Biba, Shifa Agni Nur Fadlika, and Taufik Akbar Shah. And the first speaker will be from Dewi. It's time for you.
Technical cultural control, namely pest control by managing the environment or ecosystem in such a way that the ecosystem becomes less suitable for the life and breeding of pests. This can reduce the rate of population increase and plant damage. In principle, it is a way of control by utilizing environment to suppress the development of pest population. Next. This control is a preventive control, carried out before a pest attack occurs with the aim that the population of PPO or plant pest organisms does not increase until it exceeds the control threshold. Next. Some things that need to be considered in controlling technical culture. Reduction of the suitability of the sanitation ecosystem, destruction or modification of host and replacement habitats, soil work, water treatment, disturbance to communities providing disease development, crop protection, land estimation, simultaneous planting, spacing of plants, location plants, and break the synchronization between plants and disease.
Advantages of technical culture pest management. Meet the criteria for a good cropping pattern to suppress the emergence of pests, minimize the production cost of technical culture, maintain the balance of nature, conserving natural enemies and predators. And disadvantages of technical culture pest management is number one, not all farmers are interested in applying the cropping pattern simultaneously. Preference and discipline among farmers to implement this cropping pattern. Pest control technique in technical culture can be grouped into 4 categories. Number one, reduce the suitability of the ecosystem. Number two, disrupting the continuity of supplying the necessities of life for pests. Number three, divert pest population away from crops. Number four, reduce the impact of damage.
Reduce ecosystem suitability. Pests can live and thrive in an ecosystem because everything needed for pests is available in that ecosystem. By making the ecosystem less suitable for the development of pest life, the increase of pest population can be inhibited. Some of the techniques that we use include the first, sanitation, and the second, destruction, and the third, earthwork, and the last, water management. Next. And then about sanitation. Sanitation or cleaning technique are the old and most effective way to control farming to reduce pest and disease population. The presence of singing plant debris, plant stump, or other plant parts left behind after harvest in often a pest shelter, a pest of diapause, or a temporary residence before the main crop is replanted. Many pests and diseases can survive or diapause in crop residues. By cleaning the remains of the parents means that it can cut off the cycle of pests and eliminate source of inoculum, so that subsequent breeding will be disrupted.
Destruction or modification of host or replacement habitat. To reduce the pest population and prevent further crop damage, the replacement host is destroyed. However, Before destroying the host, it should be not that the natural enemies of the main plant will also die. Therefore, it is necessary to do further research on what and how big the role of natural enemies in controlling pests. If the benefit obtained by the substitute host as a natural enemy site are greater, then there is no need to destroy it. Next, earthwork. Most pests have at least one life stage on the surface or in the soil. Working the soil after harvesting, the pest larvae that live in the soil will die when exposed to processing tools such as hoes. By tilling the soil, pests will sink into the soil so that they can no longer appear above the soil surface. Water management. Water management can prevent the development of certain pests. This water management can be through irrigation and drainage system. Flooding agriculture land for several days can kill pests that are not happy with water, so that pests can be controlled.
Disrupting the continuity of provision of living necessities pests. This strategy can be applied if based on experience, the pest population will exceed the AA. Then for preventive purpose, before planting efforts must be made to change the environment to make the pest unfavorable, and if under normal condition, the pest population will be above AA throughout the season. Then for curative purpose, control measures must be prepared. Examples of action that can reduce or suppress pest population and attack include crop rotation, land acquisition, simultaneous planting, plant location, determination of spacing, disconnecting crops and pets, blocking the laying of eggs.
Next is diversion of core pest population. Next. The first one is planting trap plants. Pest control by means of farming techniques using trap plants can support the ecosystem so that pest population can be in the surrounding environment. The use of trap plants must have a function as a refuge plant, that function as a shelter and a provider of pollen for alternative food for various predators, or as a microhabitat for natural enemies, both predators and parasitoids, so that natural enemies can be created properly. Next. However, native plants can become refuge plants. One of the requirements to become refuge plants are, the first one is striking colors of plants and flowers, usually yellow. The second one is seeds or seeds obtained. Third, easy to plant. Fourth, fast and sustainable plant regeneration. And the last is suitable for multiple crop plants. Next.
Application of refuge plants. Ecosystem engineering methods that can be applied, such as provide land for flowering plants by not spraying herbicide outside agricultural land. Allow land boundaries and road edge to be overgrown with flowering wild plants. Next. Strip harvesting. In the system, in one area, there are 2 acres of plants, so that plants can be harvested alternately. Harvesting is done gradually from one strip, then another day to another strip. This method is used to avoid pests moving simultaneously to other land. When plants in one strip are harvested, the pests will transfer to plants in another strip. There will be no increase in pest population in harvested strip because the natural enemies also move. Next. Reduce the impact of pest damage. 1. Set the time of planting and harvesting on crops. 2. Planting barrier and plants. 3. Regular irrigation system. 4. Crop rotation and cropping pattern setting. 5. Sanitation of plants, residues, or other plant that can be used as host. 6. Cultivating healthy plants. 7. Conservation and utilization of natural enemies. And the last, observation for or monitoring of land regularly.
I think enough from our group. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.